North Carolina Republican Congressman and member of the House Homeland Security Committee, Mark Walker. Congressman, thank you for coming on the show.
Always a privilege.
So, Congressman, I'd like to start with what your colleague, Congressman Justin Amash, said. He became the first Republican congressman to publicly call for the president's impeachment. A big step. Your response?
I would probably start by saying Justin Amash is as much Republican as Bernie Sanders is an independent. Sometimes people try to create a firestorm around certain issues. On this particular one, I will choose to believe Bob Mueller and his 12 Democrats who found a different conclusion.
Do you think that other Republicans might follow suit and call for the president's impeachment after what Justin Amash just did?
Well, to my earlier comment, you said other Republicans. I know he is elected as a Republican. I don't see this. I will tell you here in North Carolina, the president's Trump approval rating among Republicans is at record 90%. I believe they're saying specifically to the president, keep on doing what you're doing.
All right, let's talk a little bit about immigration. And the president put forward his merit-based immigration proposal this week. And I want to play something that one of your Republican colleagues said this morning on Fox News Sunday. This is Congressman Pat Toomey. Listen here.
I fully embrace the idea that these people with greater skills and education and knowledge should be welcome. But I think people with lower skills can contribute as well. So I'd be open to expanding that category as well.
Would you also be open to expanding that category, people with lower skills as well?
That category has already been expanded. If you look at the president's proposal, and I was there in the Rose Garden when he revealed it, we're only trying to get up to standard what is compared to other international countries. For example, he's bumping this up to 57% merit-based. Canada and Australia right now are still over that at close to 63%. We want to make America better. By doing so, it's bringing in people who can continue to contribute. 57%, if I do my math correct, that's still 43% remaining of times and places that we can get people in, up to the tune of 1.1 million that we took in just last year alone. So to try to create the narrative, not you, but the press trying to create a narrative that this is all swinging the pendulum to all merit-based, that's not accurate.
Something else the Trump administration is considering is moving some migrants to other cities. We know that they have said that they're not going to, at this point, move them to northern Border Patrol facilities. But I'm curious if you would be open to allowing some of these migrants into your district.
Well, I think that the biggest issue that we've got to resolve is the crisis at the border. I believe any district or any city is concerned about an influx of infrastructure problems that could break down potentially. This is consuming all of us, and right now I believe the president is right to continue to push back on any of this. We've got to get this resolved.
But to ease the burden on cities closer to the border, if it came to that, would you be open to allowing allowing the Trump administration and DHS to move some of these migrants to your district?
Temporarily, if that's what we have to do to be able to resolve some of the capacity that we're seeing at the border, I think we are open to some of that, but we want to make sure there's a long-term solution.
Understood. Congressman, I want to talk to you about something happening in your state, North Carolina, about abortion. Your state may soon join the list of states passing more strict anti-abortion bills, and specifically the House may vote tomorrow to override the governor's veto of a bill. And what this bill would do is make it a felony for a doctor not to provide care for an infant after a botched abortion. Do you support that?
I believe I do, without question, along with over 70% of other Americans who believe it's inhumane and immoral to allow a baby to die on some table in some clinic somewhere just because that child, that baby, survived a botched abortion. It's ludicrous that we're even having this discussion. I certainly support our states and other states who are pushing back on governors like Mario Cuomo, Governor Ralph Northam for Virginia, who have actually suggested that infanticide is a route to consider. I applaud them, and I will hope that they would continue to keep up the good work.
All right, well, we'll be watching what happens in your state tomorrow. Congressman Mark Walker, thank you so much.
Thank you.